Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 6, Episode 5. Every season, they trick us. Every time, they have us thinking, ooh, it's going to be a good season with some new storylines and some interesting things. And no, we are always hoodwinked and bamboozled and led astray. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a hoe. JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. And all that goodness. It's 3 a.m., y'all. You get what you get. Do not forget to like this video, to comment on this video, to share this video with people on your social media. Okay, you can always hit that notification bell because it lets you know when I have new content available. And you can also follow me on my IG because I am always on IG at J_Lees_Corner. It should be right here below this. If y'all don't be watching me, I be having stuff up on the screen. Y'all just don't be knowing. Anyway, let's get started with this review. We're gonna call it a review because that's what I have to do. So, Paris and Zale is still at Britney's event acting plum fools. But this water was so good. They walking around, don't want to leave. I don't care. They trying to bowl a little bit. I mean, being childish and petty. This is what I feel. If Zale knew that was that girl's event, Zale knew it was Britney's event. Zale also know Paris stole some stuff from K Michelle. Like, she took some money. So I think it's the weirdest thing that they'll act like, oh, nobody should be upset if I bring Paris. I wouldn't want Paris in my stuff either. Because you never know. She has sticky hands. Who knows? And she hasn't really owned up to it enough for people to be like, all right, she cool. But I mean, take her around people who she cool with. Don't take her around people who she don't know yet. Just don't. To avoid this here situation. But I see that this season they must got a 2-for-1 pass. Okay, I see they like neither one of y'all can be, in the scene unless y'all together. I mean, they must share a check. They must at least have the same direct deposit account. I don't know, because they got the same confessional. They in the confessionals together. Every scene, it is the two of them. So, I mean, the next dynamic duo of Love and Hip Hop, okay? Because I'm like, what else they got going on? Nothing. So, Brittany just politely asked for security to escort them out, to where security walk over and I'm like, is this Tom and Jerry, to where they're running around like, I just cannot. They left, though. I would never want to be in an event and someone has to put me out. If I'm having a disagreement with somebody and I see them going towards security, you know what? I'm not going to be, you're not going to put me out. I'm going to leave my own self. I'll catch you later. We ain't got no security. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have this conversation, but I'm not going to be pushed out by security or have to run away from security to where I'm acting like I'm Tom and Jerry. It was just too much. Just Tom and Jerry-ish for me. We see Lyrica and A1. They in the car together. Even though it's her talking, I have to figure out if I want to, stay in this situation, in this marriage, have my son in a 2-parent household, or if I'm going to leave my cheating, philandering husband, and my son has to grow up in a house, in 2 separate houses, and I don't want that because, I didn't know my father. Look, I don't like when people want to stay in a marriage for the children. I don't think that's smart. Because at the end of the day, if you and the other parent, if y'all ain't meshing well, if y'all always beefing and arguing and getting into it, the kid gonna be messed up anyway. Because they've seen their parents fussing and fighting their whole life. You have to want to stay in your marriage because it's worth it to stay. Because y'all gonna change, y'all gonna be happy. But you can't stay in no marriage just so the kid can see 2 arguing parents. Okay? With daddy wearing mama's pearls and mama wearing daddy's shoes, and it's girls and guys coming all. No, okay? No. Who got them slippers? Daddy? No, anybody got time for that. So girl, leave it alone. But because she says she hasn't decided what she wants to do, she's gonna go on this tour. They keep saying this tour. It's 2 dates. It's the equivalent of 2 meetings. Okay, it's not a full, really a tour. I don't think it's a tour if it's just 2 dates and 2 shows. I mean, I guess it is what it is. But she's gonna perform her songs for free. Did T-Pain agree to this? Did anybody go to T-Pain shows, whatever two shows that Lyrica was at, and did she perform? Because I feel like you can't just bring somebody. A1 was an opening act. How does an opening act bring another act with them? Again, they must be sharing a check. I don't know, but it was what it was. Now, Ray J and Princess. I don't know who told Mona that any of the viewers wanted to see the dog that was missing, the Bugatti dog that was supposedly dog napped, and the dog got back. We don't care. The dog isn't a cast member, and if Ray J and Princess didn't have nothing else going on through their whole life besides their dog getting kidnapped, Mona, grow up, okay? Anyway, they got the dog back. We know that in real life. So I feel like y'all showing us stuff that we don't care about because we've already seen it happen all over. Greedy makes money all over social media. So Prince, it's your fault, Ray, because you took the dog to your parents' house and your parents left their door open and the dog ran out, and as soon as the dog ran out, the dog got stolen. I'm like, is that how it really happened? It just so happened that his parents left the door open, the dog got out, and someone snatched the dog up immediately from across the street and took him, and it was on camera. Now she crying. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm calling the kennels. I'm calling the dog parks. I'm calling Jesus. I'm calling Lazarus. I'm calling Mary. She calling everybody. She feel like Ray not doing nothing. Ray don't care because Ray don't love that dog the most. I got like 4 or 5 dogs. That ain't his favorite dog. I'm looking like, really? This is what we watching? The dog case? Girl. Ray then offers people 20 grand to help find his damn dog. And now they have a dog search party. Literally, it's a dog search party in a dog park. And they have a psychic. The psychic. Somebody said, "Is she a dog? Is she a dog psychic?" She said, "No, I'm a regular psychic." I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" But she can't tell you where the dog is. She then says, "Dog is in Malibu. Dog is in Malibu. It's the female and the male who has the dog. The female feels bad. The male is a bad person. The dog is in a cage. They don't want 20 grand. They want 50 grand." I said, "Is you the dog napper? How you know? How do you?" I'm just like, this is the most ridiculous storyline. They had a psychic at a dog search party. Okay? A psychic at the dog search party. And then Paris gonna say, when they said the person want 50 grand, they should just give them 50 grand or make them think they'll give 50 grand and then have the people arrested for wanting more money. Paris then say this is why they don't give people money. Paris, you take people's money. You can't comment on what anybody else do with their money because you take other people's money, even if it's $2. Okay. Anyway, so we see it was just stupid, and then Princess says, "Well, I see my friends here. I see some of Ray's friends here. I see Ray's dad is here. But where's Ray's mom? It's her fault the dog is missing." I feel like Sonya Norwood, Ray's mama, is going to end up beating up Princess one day because Princess does not like Sonya. I mean, they still do. Look, I would never just have that kind of attitude towards my in-laws simply because I feel like it wouldn't fix anything. If anybody can mistakenly leave the door open and the dog get out, it ain't their damn dog. They probably forgot that she was there. But I digress. Anyway, I mean, I don't care. But again, we know they got the dog back. So I don't care. I don't really. Girl, next up, we see Mickey and Slick Woods out bike ride. That is Slick Woods. You know, she's the motto. But she's only 22. You know, they ride around or whatever. You know, they have good chemistry. As he says, you know, he brings up how, you know, she just motivates me so much. She motivates me more than anyone else could have in the past. And, you know, he's like, he loved that she's like a tomboy. And so it's like, you know, he like her. And she like the homie. He like her. She's just so different. I get what he means. You know, he brought up how the last chick, that Tisha Tetrick chick, who we think, you know, ain't from this world, was so girly. It was different or whatever. He's like, but he like, I like hanging out with Slick. Like she's just like she just gets me or whatever. She's just different, and she has her own thing going at 22. 'Cause she's a model. Okay, she's a fashion model for Fenty. She does makeup stuff. She's all over the board. Okay, she brings up how she was just so used to struggling that when she started making money, like she's like, I just didn't even know what to do with it. Her mom was in jail for like basically her was up for 20 years. Her mom was in jail. And she just had a hard life. She's been homeless before. He brings up how her story and her come up, this reminds him that he can't give up. So he brings up how he's going to be doing a showcase. Jason Lee is having a showcase for people to perform at. He's performing there, so he wants her to come. And I'm like, okay. Now, I don't know if they still together now, because I don't follow either one of them. But I mean, I be seeing her on Catfish all the time because she be hosting them there sometimes. So it is what it is. So we then see K Michelle. K Michelle has launched like a lifestyle brand. So she was on a photo shoot. It was a cute little photo shoot or whatever. She was in a tub with some bubbles and she was blowing bubbles. Okay. But the lifestyle brand is going to focus on like everything that has to do with being a woman in life. So pots and pans. I said, why pots and pans? Pots and pans and this and that and that and this and this. Okay. All right. Do it if you love it. So then we see that Brittany pops up to chit chat with her, whatever. And she's like, hey girl, what you doing? Nothing. They start talking. She brings up, grab my event. I'm happy you didn't come, girl, because guess who came? It's like, who? Paris. Zell brought Paris or whatever, and it was a whole thing. I had to make them leave. I told them to go catch an Uber. You did not say Uber. Yes, I did, girl. It's okay, Michelle. And her confession brings up how I don't know why she would do that. That's bringing up old stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't need anybody fighting my battles for me, so she don't have to, have any issue with Paris. And I see what K Michelle means. Well, I think this is the thing. You cannot rock with somebody who your friend don't rock with without bringing up the reason they don't rock with your friend. Like, it could have easily been, you know what, this is a private event. She can leave, okay? And does not bring up the Uber thing. Or just, if she there, don't talk to her. I ain't got time for you. You know what I'm saying? But I get K Michelle think of like you are actively bringing up the issues that me and her had and putting yourself in the middle of it, and you don't need to do that because I don't need you to defend me to anyone else. Okay, point blank period. Okay, we then see how Kay brings up how she talked to Lyrica, and how Lyrica will also be performing at this Jason Lee's showcase. Okay, and then Brittany, I guess if you want to have somebody, I wouldn't pick her there, whatever, because I guess she come out of retirement, you know what I'm saying, to make some money and whatnot. And I'm like, she really be dogging Lyrica. I'm like, okay, I guess. I just, we've seen Lyrica sing more than we've seen Britney sing. So, I mean, to say that Lyrica come out of retirement, I'm like, she technically been trying to do music all these seasons. I mean, it may not have popped off the way she may have hoped, but she still has had some success. And her doing her music since she won the show. So she brings up how Lyrica is very fake and she's a liar. And, I could help her if she wasn't just so fake and fugazi or whatever. And well, you should talk to her at your show, but I don't want no foolishness. Like if y'all be out there acting foolish, I'm not gonna have nothing to do with it. I'm like, Kate Michelle be the first one to say somebody to talk, and then also be the first one to say, look, if y'all be arguing, I don't want to get involved. Well, don't make them talk. Don't ask them to talk, Kate Michelle. But I mean, she trying to stay out the mess this season. We shall see how long that lasts. We then see the Three Stooges. The Three Stooges is having a little powwow. Who's the Three Stooges? April, Zell, and Paris. I don't like them. I don't like April because she's lying about her affairs. And I don't like Zell and Paris because I feel like they're a weird dynamic duo. And I prefer to have dynamic duos that have like something to do. Just something to do. But I guess it is the sidekicks. You know what I'm saying? It is sideline people who just sit back and don't do nothing besides talk about the people. Anyway, so April brings up how, we're having some wine and some fruit or whatever. We're just chill in our pajamas. I don't like the pajamas that Paris wore. I don't. I don't like Zales either. And I feel like April is not even in pajamas. April is in like clothes and she's about to the club. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. Who cares? So, April brings up how, she was at Monique's session or whatever, and how Brittany came by, and how Brittany was not nice and or polite, and she was just kind of a bitch there and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I said, this is what this is. This is a bad Brittany scene because them and Paris keep calling her Barney B. And they keep saying she's built like Barney. Brittany has a nice shape. Okay, and I feel like as a plus size girl of America, I'm the president and CEO of the Plus Size Girls of America Club. Paris, you can't say anybody is shaped like Barney because we as plus size women are shaped differently. And I feel like you can't be knocking Brittany when you're not built too good yourself either, mama. And that's just, and you letting Zell drag you down the road of bashing another woman who's shaped funny when you're shaped funny. We shouldn't do that. Just saying, we should not do that. And calling Brittany Barney B, she's not shaped like Barney. I just can't take the people seriously. Anyway, so that is what it is. So, they go sit down and chit chat or whatever. And April brings up how, it's just so much going on now, whatever. And, Monique wants to have Brittany involved in this tour. And, I'm saying, I don't know about that tour now because, I'm not friends with Monique, you know what I'm saying? And, she may have Brittany involved, and I don't want none of that foolishness or whatever. She then brings up how, because me and Monique aren't friends. And Fizz is my best friend. I am loyal to Fizz, and I will always be loyal to Fizz. Now, she called him by his real name, but I don't care. And I feel like, girl, you don't want to go on tour with Monique because you is friends with Fizz. However, you is fucking your baby daddy's bandmate, okay? Fizz and Omarion is on tour. You should have left them alone to after that dang on tour. You can't talk about how it's weird between you and Monique because y'all ain't friends. Well, hell, not Omarion and Fizz ain't. Your loyalty should be to your kids. That's what your loyalty should be too. My loyalty is to Drew. No, you don't have to be loyal to Omarion. I get that, but out of common respect, don't bang his bandmate. That's what's gonna be hard for your kids because as your kids get older, they're gonna find out Mama was banging Uncle Fizz. What? That's why Daddy wasn't around. What? Mama, you was all on the internet, on TV, patting your vagina. What? So, girl, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, so as they going to sit down or whatever, Zell sees some shoes that she thinks is too big to be Mecca's shoes. They like, whose shoes is these? How big is Mecca's feet? She's like, oh no, those are Drew shoes. What? Fizz live here? Well, he was on tour. He had some of his stuff here. You know what I'm saying? So he like be here because we're best friends. You know what I'm saying? And Zell was like, well, your baby daddy might be upset about that, because that's his bandmate. Well, he can't be upset with me because he left me. Even though he left you, that does not mean you banged the homie. Okay? Just saying. Anyway, and parents to say, please do not break up each, okay? Please do not mess it up before I get to go to their tour. Too late. They could have did a whole another round of touring. They won't now because Monique's banging the band, okay? Talking about making the band, April is banging the band. But I'm like, girl, it's just too much. And so that's what it was with them. We then see Fizz and Boog, and they at the tour. Like it's in LA now. They got a couple days there, and well, no, not in LA. But it's a couple days in California, in different cities in California. So they backstage talking or whatever. And Fizz brings up how I might invite. I think I want to invite April to the LA show. And Boog like, oh, okay. It is. Oh, I got to read the book. All right, that'll be cool. So what's up with y'all? Like, y'all like together or whatever? Nah, man, we just best friends. Boog, like, all right, man, okay, cool. But Boog bring up how, look, I stand to make $3.5 million off this tour, okay? Because I'm a businessman, you know what I'm saying? I need to be sure that no one messes this up for me, okay? We have to do these 15 dates or whatever, and, so that we can all get paid and whatnot. And I don't have time for, these two people get into the rigmarole, okay? And at the latest time they're talking, Fizz gets a FaceTime. From who? April. To check on him. How's the tour going? What you doing? How's rehearsal? Best friends don't do that. Best friends let you work, okay? And They don't. That was a girlfriend checkup, not a friend checkup. Just gonna say that. I'm like, But Fierce mentions to Boog how well, Amarion hasn't brought it up or whatever, so we good because he don't want to talk to you because you are banging his baby mama. But I digress. So we then see Boog as a guest. Okay, and who is it? Marcus Houston. Okay, Marcus Houston from Immature, the actor. Look, it's so funny because the first thing I said when I was like, "Oh, he looked like Roger." I know he played Roger. I completely get that, but it's funny to where when I see him as more of the Roger character than Batman from Immature because he just, it's funny. Anyway, so Boog and Boog and Marcus are cousins. They also have a production or movie company together where they make movies. And Marcus is always doing movies a lot, okay? And I think I've seen Boog in one or two of them as well. So they have a company together. They making money. Smart. So smart. So Boog brings up how, because the tour was going on or whatever, people kept complaining. Well, not complaining, but people kept saying, they kept commenting how Immature should have been on the tour as well. He's like, so he was talking to the promoter or whatever. He's like, and I feel like, Immature should do a reunion tour. I think the fans would want that because they've gotten all these other acts who have done reunion tours, but Immature has not done one yet. And that's true. Immature has not toured in years. I was the era of Immature. I was definitely in love with Romeo. I had posters from Word Up and Ride On magazine all up on my walls. I had every photo of them that came out, and I would go to the store and get a Ride On Word Up, and then cut them out and put it up on my wall. It was so funny. Their concert here at Shane Park was my first concert ever. I had front row seats. It was amazing. Anyway, so Marcus brings up how and I don't know, like, because we all grown now, like we 40 or whatever, and we are three adult men, like we would have to see like how that work or whatever. But I'll talk to the guys and then we shall see. And I'm like, please do, because I mean that means it's time for bed. It's 3:15. I gotta. At least this is my last review for the day. So then we see Jason has his event, and it's a talent show. Not even it's a showcase for people who do music to come and sing for people in the crowd. Okay, it just gives them a platform to perform in LA. I think it's smart. So we see that Mickey Monday is going to be performing. We see that Brittany B is going to be performing, and we see that Lyrica's going to be performing. I don't know if they had other people besides them three, but that's all that we saw on the show. So we do see that K Michelle is hosting the show. Brittany B is she helped like put it together, but she's also in it to sing because she said she was the artist before she was, an A&R person. So we see backstage, we see Brittany B, K Michelle, and Jason Lee chit chat having a little conversation where Brittany brings up how she wouldn't have booked Lyrica. I would not booked her because I just think she's popular. But Brittany, we don't know you. Okay, I may not have bought Lucas' album, but I have heard the songs before. But I have no idea who you are. I've never heard of you, and so you can't down Lyrica as if people don't know her for her music. Okay, they might not, again, she may not be out here selling out arenas, but enough people know exactly who she is, and they know that she can actually sing. So I mean, just cut out the bull stuff or whatever, But I'm like, she's not popular, but neither are you. Are not popular at all. At all. Not nice. It's just not nice. So we then see, she walks when she goes wherever else. So then we see Lyrica and they want to get there. And they're basically back cool now. So they did these two tour dates together. She brings them out there. They're getting along right now, but she don't know how much A1 and Jason will get along considering Jason leaked that story. And I'm like, why y'all blaming Jason for what A1 did? And why go to his Lyrica? Why perform at his show if you're upset that he put out the story about what your husband was doing? Girl, it's just foolishness if you ask me. So A1 brings up, I almost lost my wife. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, she's opened her heart up a little bit so we can start, getting back to where we were. But I will never forget how Jason, the role that Jason played in it. He didn't play not. Jason Lee did not play not nan role in you cheating on your wife. You almost lost your wife, not because the story got out, but because you did it. The story wouldn't have been able to get out if you didn't do it. You cannot blame people for that. It's just dumb. And then for Lyrica to bring up too, like, why did you give me a heads up, Jason? That ain't that man's job. He said, I told your husband. And I asked you to give me some time, and did you give me some time? He was like, you know what, things happen. My thing is, the minute he told you it was a story, you should have immediately went and called your wife. But no, you waited. Okay? I digress. Anyway, A1 then says, you know what, it's somebody else performing as the last act, and that should be my wife. My wife should not be an opening act for nobody. I'm like, no tea, no shade, but Lyrica is an opening act. I feel like on the y'all just went and sang somewhere. She was the opening act for somebody. She didn't go last. I'm pretty sure she went first, or maybe you went first. Maybe you was her opening act. And she was, I don't know. It's foolishness. Okay, so we first see Mickey perform. Fine, he jumped around a lot. He had his mom, dad, sister, his girl there, even that little girl Trisha. What's her name? Trisha. The Trisha chick showed up. Talking about I bless people with my presence. I hate her voice. I do not like her voice. It just makes my ears, like that or whatever. I just don't like it. Anyway, after he performed or whatever, hey, your stuff was great. I saw you before. You're like, all right, cool. He's like, so you know what I'm saying? That's Slick, that's Trisha, whatever. Oh, and Slick said, oh yeah, I've met her before. Like I've met her before. No, this is the official meeting of us. And she's like, no, I met you before. Like it's no big deal. No, because I didn't tell you my name then. And she was like, okay. And Mickey was hugging, so like, don't get mad. Like just ignore her. She's like, I'm not mad. Like I don't want her in my space. I said, good look. Slick looked like, first of all, she would drag her. Let's not get it twisted. I feel like Trisha don't know she not in her element and she better go sit down somewhere over there or whatever. I don't think Slick Waters with them games, okay? And the fact that she was like, girl, I don't care. I don't at all. It is what it is. I'm like, girl, go about your business. We also seen Brittany perform. Brittany B performed and she did not sound good. She didn't sound bad, but she did not sound as good as I would have assumed she sounded, as much as she talked about her voice. And when she was at Monique's and April's thing, she sounded better. I don't know if she picked the wrong song, if they purposely told her to sing bad to make somebody else look good. I don't know. What I do know is for her to be like, we have singers and singers. You wasn't singing. Mm-mm. You was performing or whatever, but you wasn't singing. You was barely singing. It was just not a good look, if you ask me. We then see Lyrica perform, and Lyrica sounded great. But we know that Lyrica has a great voice. The funny thing is, Brittany said how, I won't say she can't sing, but she's boring. I agree with that. I don't like songs that don't either get me hype or don't make me feel something. I do understand what she meant by the song. It's just, it's like a boring song, even though she sounds amazing singing it. And I'm like, I guess, but she sounded great. But the song, like, I didn't want to, like, oh, what song is that? That song's amazing. Yeah, come on. None of that. It was like, okay, I'm just listening. All right, that's her song. All right, she sounds great, but that's all right. So yeah, that whole thing. So after the two perform, they end up playing catch up outside because Apple is there. Apple is drunk a little bit, and so Apple goes out to tell Lyrica how great she did, and she of course brought Brittany B with her. Brittany B and Lyrica then have a conversation. Okay, we have this. So, where is it at? There you go. So they talking or whatever outside, and Brittany like, I'm saying, so let me ask you this, like, do you know me? And she says, yes, I know you. People keep coming up to me telling me that you are acting like you don't know me, or you act like they should not be cool with me, and I don't get that. She's like, girl, you already listen to people? I'm like, but Lyrica, you listen to people too, because you listen to Jason Lee about the stuff between Summer Bunny, and you listen to what Summer Bunny said about your husband. So everybody listens to people. For anyone to act as if they don't listen to people, they lying. Okay? Period. Point blank. Now, I'm not going to listen to people and be in my feelings about it to where I'm going to be talking to other people down on someone because someone's, no. If someone tells me something, I will go back to that person and say, hey, people saying this. What's going on? But Brittany had been going to the people, talking about Lyrica awesome hearsay bullshit if you ask me. So Lyrica put like, look, me and her ain't friends. You know what I'm saying? We did one song together, whatever. We went to the gym together once, twice, or whatever. No, once, and that's it. I don't know why she's tripping because we're not friends. So, however, they both agree. One, Lyrica says that was not talking shit, and so Brittany then say, "Okay, cool, we can hug it out." So they hug it out. Now, when they hug it out, Lyrica then asks, "But what's your issue with my friend Sia?" I'm like, "Wait, what? Wait, what?" So this is Sia. I forgot to put this picture up. The girl, the sad chick girl. Okay. Now, first of all, the sad kick girl. Now, first of all, I'm gonna say this. I don't care about beef between Brittany B and Sia, simply because Sia isn't even a cast member. She's not a cast member. So why are we carrying a girl? I said, really? Or is she trying to be a cast member? I don't know. At the end of the day, Sia then walked up. Okay, Sia then walked up because Lyrica told her, come over here. So what's y'all issue? They all start saying the same thing. How one of them was using the other one to get to the other one. One say that Brittany was using Sia to get to Lyrica, whereas Brittany say that Sia was using her to get to people. Okay, and how Sia was upset because she was not as talented as Lyrica, and it was just a mess. And then you seen Sia and Brittany B kind of pointing fingers, almost about to get into a fight. You had, wait, stop. I'm looking like, well, you should have called her over there, okay? But to me, I'm gonna say this: who cares? I'm confused over why, for what? The ending to this was dumb because a situation that we thought was between Brittany and Lyrica was really between Brittany and Lyrica's friend Sia, who we don't even care about because she isn't a cast member. Girl. And then they bring up how whatever this is that happened, it happened 6 years ago. Not even some. Look, anybody who don't like somebody from 6 years ago is crazy. Period. Okay? I have people who I know who I don't rock with. However, I'm not holding nothing in my spirit. If I see them again, hey, and I'm gonna keep it moving. But to have real beef like this where y'all on what? Like it's some on site stuff, y'all just it's petty. It's team petty. I'm like, y'all is team foolish. And nothing was really resolved because even though Brittany and Lyrica hugged it out, the fact that Brittany has issues with Sia and it seems as Lyrica said, like she gonna be on Sia's side forever, but then you and Brittany gonna have beef too. Cause she beefing with Sia. So y'all wasting our time. And I'm done, okay? Peace. Oh, I can't think of a code. Put whatever. Put whatever times 2 plus 5 times 13 and put an answer. I'm done.